welcome to Divorce Finances and Coronavirus. We're going to be presenting some useful and timely information that folks are dealing with in these challenging times. And today we're joined by a special guest. We're going to have a live interview with Sarah Cuddy. My name is Alex Hunt, and I'm the founder and managing attorney of Hunt Law Firm. We serve clients in Katy, Cypress, Harris County, Fort Bend County, Waller County, and the entire greater Houston area. Our practice is dedicated to family law and custody issues. Now, before we talk about divorce finances and coronavirus, just very briefly, we need you to know that watching or participating in this video does not create an attorney-client relationship between you and Hunt Law Firm or any of its attorneys. And while we would love to represent you, watching this video does not mean that we do. Secondly, nothing in this video should be taken as legal advice. Our goal in these videos is to educate you about family law issues, and we can't give legal advice until we know the facts and circumstances of your case. And since we don't know all the facts of your case, you should take all the information presented in this video as exactly that: free, useful, and hopefully timely information. Okay, now that we have our legal disclaimers out of the way, if you can hear and see this video loud and clear, please hit the thumbs up at the bottom right of your screen so that we know that you're on board. And second, if you know a friend or a family member who needs to know about divorce, finances, and coronavirus and the related issues, or if you might have questions about those topics, you could share this Facebook Live video with them now, and hopefully they can jump on now and they can join us. Or after this video is finished, we're going to save this video to our Facebook page and they can view it after. Finally, if you have a comment about divorce finances and coronavirus or anything family law related, go ahead and post it in the comment section, and we should be able to get to it later. All right, so today I am happy to be joined by Sarah Cuddy. Good morning, Sarah.
Hi, good morning. It's great to be here, Alex. Thank you so much for having me.
So Sarah is a native Estonian, and she has a very special role. We've worked with her a lot at Hunt Law Firm. She's a financial advisor, a certified financial planner, and she's a certified divorce financial analyst at Baird. She holds a Bachelor of Music from Sam Houston State University and an MBA from the McCombs School of Business at the University of Texas. And what Sarah does is she advises couples to optimize their divorce settlement agreements. That's a big part of her practice. All right, Sarah, so let's just jump right into the questions that we have some of the folks in the audience from some of our clients. The market has taken a downturn. It's been up and down. Should our clients sell everything and go to cash until the market calms down?
You know, that's a question that I'm getting a lot, not just in divorce cases, but from my ongoing asset management clients. And I will tell you that in general, most cases, the answer is no. Volatility and losses are really psychologically painful, but it's damaging to your financial health to sell in a down market. You'd be locked into your losses. And you also take away the opportunity to regain those losses once the market turns around. Trying to time the market hopping in and out, it's a game most people lose. It's not possible to predict when the market is going to turn. Now, there's one caveat. If you are in a situation where you have an immediate cash need and your investments are the only resource available, that would be a time to consider selling some of those assets. But before you do it, be really picky about what you sell. If you have a financial advisor, rely on them for choosing what to sell. And if you don't have a financial advisor, now might be a good time to start working with one.
Okay, so should I make any changes to my investments?
If you already have a specific investment strategy, no. The key to being a successful investor, regardless of whether or not you're going through a divorce, is implementing your strategy relentlessly. If you don't have a strategy yet, now is not the time to start making a bunch of changes all willy-nilly. Now is the time to engage the services of a professional who can help you make smart decisions. So if you have a strategy, keep up implementing it. If you don't, get some help before you start making any changes to your portfolio.
Okay, that's great advice. So we have folks that maybe started a divorce process before COVID-19 and the slowdown and the stay-at-home orders began. and we've got some folks that are just starting that process. Should these folks even start negotiating a settlement from a financial perspective?
Absolutely. You should absolutely start negotiating your settlement now. And here's why. Settlements take time to craft. There's a waiting period in Texas anyway, and I will tell you that most couples that I work with, that we've worked with together, it takes a period of several months. So there's no reason to start thinking about agreements in principle. So what you can do is you can build that detailed inventory. You can start kind of figuring out in general which assets should go to which party. You can reach an agreement in principle, knowing that once the market calms down, once things are more stable, you can finalize that agreement. But there's absolutely no reason not to get started today on crafting something.
So I was in mediation this week, and the folks had some retirement accounts, and we were updating the numbers on the fly because it's fluctuating from day to day. So they're going to start negotiating their agreements. I completely agree with you, but should they wait until the stock market normalizes to finalize the agreement?
It depends. It depends on what you own. So if you own mostly assets that are relatively stable in value, things like real property, things like cash, maybe certain types of bonds, the value of those types of assets really aren't going to fluctuate as much with market movements. So if that's most of your estate, you could probably move forward finalizing an agreement. But if most of what you own is invested in more volatile things like stocks, you're definitely going to want to take a few beats. Here's the key. You're either going to have to come up with a trigger for your own action, meaning when X happens, we'll finalize our agreement, or you need to use a financial professional that can help you figure out what the trigger for action should be. Nobody really knows when markets are going to normalize. And if you don't have a very specific trigger for action, what's going to happen is you're just going to keep kicking the can down the road and finding another excuse not to finalize. And then you find yourself in an endless holding pattern. And that's frustrating for everybody.
So a big part of what we do is we find the best professionals, the best experts in their particular area, and we bring them onto our cases. If we go to trial, if we're at mediation, we want to have the best on our team to provide expertise in their area. We know you, we've worked with you, you're one of the best. What kind of financial expert should we consult with?
Yeah, it's an excellent question because there's a lot of people out there with the word financial advisor on their business card, and the question is, which one do you choose? Generally speaking, you want to look for someone who has two designations: certified financial planner professional and certified divorce financial analyst. A certified financial planner professional has training across a lot of different modules that are going to touch a divorce case, things like insurance, things like financial planning, things like taxes, and things like retirement accounts. So that training is really important to just understand the mechanics of what's being divided. But you don't want to go with someone who's just a CFP because they won't have training in the law elements and the family law elements. So divorce is a very unique process. So that's why you also want to look for someone who also holds a certified divorce financial analyst designation, because they'll have the training and the experience around divorce. Sometimes there's a temptation to just use your current financial advisor if you have one in place. And I understand that. There's someone you trust them. But unless they have those designations or some experience, they aren't going to have the training. They're not going to have the experience to get you where you need to be. It's a little bit like saying I'm going to hire the attorney who helped me sue my landlord to do my divorce. They're both attorneys, but they're not both qualified to handle a divorce. The other thing I would point out is using the family financial advisor could present a conflict of interest, especially if you have that advisor who serves both parties maybe as clients, but is only representing one in the divorce. That's a clear conflict of interest and could be problematic in reaching a settlement agreement.
All right. Well, if anybody in the audience has more questions or they want to get in touch with you, Sarah, how would they do that?
Yeah, so the best thing to do is to visit me on the web. I'm at sarahcuddy.com. That's sarahcuddy.com. There you can find my contact form. You can find my phone number, my email address. You're welcome to call. You're welcome to email. I would encourage folks who maybe aren't quite ready to proceed yet but want to keep me on their radar to follow me on Twitter, to like my page on Facebook and to maybe connect with me on LinkedIn. I push out a lot of really valuable content that you can use today to start educating yourself about the divorce process. And that way, when you are ready to proceed, I won't be such a stranger, and you'll know where to find me.
Well, thanks very much, Sarah. And I'll also say, I know that COVID-19 has changed everybody's lives, and you're following the county stay-at-home orders and the CDC and the state and the county orders, but we're remaining operational. I know that you are doing your thing, you're remaining operational, and we're still working and serving our clients remotely, and we're available for initial consultations. I know that you've mentioned to me that you're still available for calls and inquiries, and you're still here and able to help out, whether it's by telephone conference or video conference. So we certainly appreciate that.
Absolutely. So we're absolutely open for business. Now, one thing before I go, Alex, because our lawyers make me say certain things too.
Sure.
It's really important to note that I can help in almost all financial aspects of a case, but clients should still consult their tax and their legal professional for other aspects, because neither I nor Robert W. Baird and Company Incorporated provide legal or tax advice.
All right. Well, I appreciate that. And that's all we have for you today. And everybody that's watching, thanks for joining us, and thanks for watching. This was brought to you by Hunt Law Firm, and we thank Sarah Cuddy for joining us. If you did find this video helpful, you can hit the like button below, and if you thought of somebody who could use this information, please share it with them now. Remember that we'll be back next week on Monday. I'm going to be joined by an attorney from Hunt Law Firm, Nancy Trong, who leads up our estate planning division. I know that that's been in a lot of people's minds. We're going to talk a little bit about estate planning, what it looks like normally, and what it looks like in times of COVID-19. So if you need legal representation on a family law matter, please visit our webpage. It's familylawyerkatie.com, and make sure to follow us on Facebook. My name is Alex Hunt. Thank you, Sarah Cuddy, again, and I hope everybody has a great day.